Okay, let's look a little bit at probability. And with probability, all you need to remember is that your probability is like a ratio. It's your favourable outcome. So the thing you're looking at, the favourable outcome over the total number of outcomes. It's as simple as that. So, at a basic level, rolling a dice, if you're saying, I want to roll a 1, rolling a 1. So you've got 1 1 on the dice. There's only one chance, but there's 6 sides of the dice. So you've got 1 in 6 chance. What are the odds of rolling an even number on a dice? Well, there's 2, 4, and 6. There's 3 even numbers, and there's 6 in total. And you can write that as a fraction, but you could like that. But you need to simplify where you can. So that actually is 1 and 2 is a half. It's 50%. Some people write it as a percentage, or whatever. But if you have a fraction, make sure you simplify it. Okay. So that's just a wee intro to fractions. And let's have a look. So we've got Jade runs a game. The game requires 2 spinners to be spun, allowing to come to rest. Fair just means that it's kind of like mathematical. There's not a preference to a number. It's not weighted. There's not a big weight on the 5, so always on 5, whatever. But they've all got an even chance. The numbers of the spinners come to rest are multiplied together to win a prize. This multiplication must be greater than 30. So, starting off with a slightly trickier one. Let's have a look. But if you can do this, you can pretty much do anything. This is as hard as it gets. So you've got 2 dice, or whatever with spinners, and I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 1. Okay, now when I roll or spin this one, it can land on any of these numbers. And when I spin this, it can land on these numbers. So this table will tell me, I'll use this table to multiply to the 2 different outcomes. Okay, so down here I'm going to write the other spinner. So I've got 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So you can see from this that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 options on this one, yeah. And on the other one, you've got 1, 2, 3. You've got 7 options on this one. So that means you've got 35 different outcomes, yeah. So you've got 35 different outcomes. You don't need to know that, but I'm just telling you, 5 times. In the same way that for a dice, if we were looking at the different options we have for a dice, I'd write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this would show you the different pairs that you could get. So let's have a look then. We're looking for multiplications greater than 30. So I think I'll start with the high numbers and work my way, down. So 12 times 2 is 24. That's not going to work, but this would work, wouldn't it? That's 36, and then they're all bigger, so these 4 are going to be okay. 20 is not any good. Greater than 30, so actually no, 30 doesn't count. It has to be greater than 30, but they're all going to be greater than 30. I'll start from this side now. 6 8s are 48. 5 8s are 40. 32, and then no and no, because that's going to be 24. 36, absolutely. 30 is a no-go, so then they're all a no-go. And 6 and 4, so they're all a no-go, aren't they? Because if the highest one's not going to work, then they're not going to work. And yep, that's not going to work, not going to work, not going to work. And 0, yeah, they're obviously not going to work. So it says, what's the probability of winning a prize? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 chances there. I've got 3 chances here. 3 chances here, so that's me up to 10. And then 1 there, so I've got 11 chances of winning. In fact, I did need that in the end because I wanted to roll with the number of outcomes. Sorry. So the chances of winning, the probability is 11 out of 35. So quite a weird little question that I think, but it does come up a few times in Nat 5. The thing that's probably tough to know here is the equation, like favourable over outcome, but then also how you're arriving at that number. And a nice big table will work. If this was asking, what kind of pairs are available, I could write here, this is my 2 and my 0, this is my 3 and my 0, this is my 6 and my 2, so if you ever want to write out what you've got, you could use this for that as well. But this is the wee added element of doing some multiplication as well. I'll go down, there's another spinner question here, actually, we'll do this one. So, 2 spinners, the numbers of which they come to rest are multiplied together, so it's the same idea, and to win a prize, now it's going to be less than 5. So let's do the same thing again. I'll just zoom in. Okay, so let's do the same thing again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one of the spinners. And this one's got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what are my options then? I've got 5 by 7. So again, it's going to be out of 35 potential options. And we're saying when they're multiplied together, it has to be less than 5. Okay, so less than 5. So that means that'd be less than 5. They would all work, wouldn't they? Because they're all 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all work as well. And then you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. In fact, sorry, I'm counting up to sorry, weird. So less than 5. Sorry, I've just kind of ran on thinking of a different number. I don't know why I thought. So yeah, 1's fine. But 5, no, that's equal to 5, so that's not okay. 2, 4, that's okay. And then these are not okay. And then you've got 3, which is fine, but the rest are not okay. And then you've got 4, which is fine, but the rest are not okay, because that'd be 8. And then here you get 5, which again is not okay, so they can't be okay. And same with the 6, if they're all bigger, they're not going to be okay as well. So let's just double check that I've not put any 5s in. That's fine. So I've got 5, let's just count them up. I've got 5 on this row, I've got 4 in this row, I've got 2, 1, 1. So I've got 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 13 there, 13 chances. And I'd said 35. Let me just double check my thinking there. Yeah, I'm not sure why the answer says 25 there. That's possibly a typo because there's quite clearly 35 options. I could see the mistake people might make is to not count the 0. Just see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options here, but there's not a 7, isn't there? Because 0 is an option. So there's 7 times by 5, which is 35. So yeah, I'm not sure why it says that. But yeah, probability of favourable outcome divided by your total outcome. So that's our spinner questions. Let's see if I can do another question. See, it's quite quick. This is not too difficult. So okay, we've got numbers here. 2 games at an event. The lucky dip is tickets numbered 1 to 150. So I'm going to write that down just to remind me. Okay. To win a prize, the ticket needs to end in a 0 or a 5. Oh, right, okay, end in a 0 or a 5. The dice game involves rolling 2 dice at the same time. So that's one game. And the other game, we've got 2 dice. Okay. You don't have to draw your dice, but I quite like just, visualizing. It involves 2 dice at the same time. To win a prize, a total of 9 or more is needed. So greater than 9. Determine which game has a higher probability of a prize being won. Okay, well, let's look at the dice then. So first of all, I know if I roll a dice, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one of them, and on the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm rolling greater than a 9, well, let's do my add. So that's going to be 2. So I'll probably X if they're if it's not okay, and green if it's okay. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if I rolled them, they'd be excellent. That's 3, 4. Oh, sorry, it's 9. Sorry, it's 9 or more. Sorry, opposite way. So sorry, 1 at the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0 would be okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They'd not be okay. So 3, 5, do 9. So 9 or more. So that'd be okay. 9 or more, and then the rest of them will be. Sorry, I'm now multiplying. Sorry, let me do this table. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm kind of rushing this because I'm running out of time. 2 seconds. Sorry, yeah, I was multiplying because of the last thing. Anyway, that's a nice wee pattern as well. Maybe I should have really started from here actually and worked my way up. Anyway, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 10. There's 10 chances of winning out of what could you roll? There's 36 chances of rolling, isn't there? Because you've got 6 multiplied by 6 and 36. So that's that game. The other game, you've got number 1 to 150. Okay, so for that one, I know my odds are out of 150. But how many numbers end in 0 or 5? Okay, well, let's think about that. So for this one, you can see that between 1 and 10, you've got 2 numbers that could win. And then the same again, between 11 and 20, 2 numbers that win. Now, that is repeated all the way up to 150. So for every 10, there's 2 that could win. So the total numbers there, let's see, I've got 15 rows and 2 in each, so you get 30 chances out of 150. And actually, we'll simplify that to show what I just said. Now, we'll carry this on in the next video, so I'm going to get cut off.